Hi guys, Tim again with Real Southern Exposure. Welcome to another episode. Planning on doing today is we got some pine we got to cut up, and we're primarily looking for 2x4s, 2x6s, and maybe some 4x4s out of this stuff. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So what we're going to cut up today is, I believe these are Virginia pine. We're going to cut these things up. We're primarily looking for 2x4s and 2x6s. And whatever else we can get out of it. So whenever I go to make a cut on this, I end up bringing my blade to the center of the log. We got a storm coming in right now, so I do apologize for that. Bring my blade to the center of the log, and then I go half the distance up, and that'll be one side. And if I can get another 1.5 or a 1 inch or a 2 inch or whatever I can get out of it, I'll go that additional distance. And that'll end up being a single slab. So my first cut will be here, and my second cut will be across here. Then I'll roll this thing over 180 degrees, and I'll make a cut on top right here, and then one at, because these are going to be nominal size, same stuff you get at the big box stores. So the next cut will be this. That one right there. These two will go on the edger, and then I'll stand it up, cut a 1x4 out, and then start chopping 2x4s. So then I'll start cutting this thing, and I'll go ahead and make a slab cut on top, and then start cutting 2x4s out. Once I get to this point right before the pith, I will roll this thing over and then start from the other side cutting 2x4s out. So hopefully the last cut that I make on this will end up being right here, which I'm wanting that to be, if I had to cut a 1x4, I want it to come out of the pit. Yeah. Anyway, this will end up being waste. That'll be waste. A little small sliver of waste here and here. Now, in accordance with the Doyle scale, this log would end up being this. If my math is correct, the total price that I would get for all this lumber if I sold it would be about $22.66. Doesn't seem like a whole lot, but whenever I'm doing this, cutting this amount 4 to 5 times an hour, you're talking, you're making anywhere from $80 to $100 an hour. That's pretty good. I still got to dry it, and I still got to sticker it and edge it and everything. There's still more work in it. On every log, you can just calculate that roughly 40% is going to be waste between sawdust, slabs, bad wane, bark, whatever. So anyway, with that said, why don't you go ahead, grab yourself a glass of sweet tea, kick back, relax, and take in a little more Southern exposure. Let's do it.
You don't have to be smart. No need to dress up for me to see that you're a good man. You're a good man, a real good man. When the wind blows and the windows are closing, you let the world know what has been has been. There's no use in looking back, going back, wishing back. sipping coffee under the apple tree. It's gentle, manly. Well, you're a good man, quite the best man, a real fine man. When the wind blows and the windows are closing, you let the world know that what has been has been. And there's no use in looking back, going back, wishing back. You master how to simplify. You turn rain into a blue sky. Oh, when the wind blows and the windows are closing, you let the world know that what has been, and there's no use in looking back, going back, wishing back. Wishing back.
Alright, let's take a look at some of this wood we end up cutting up. Alright, here we got 4x4 and a 2x4, 8 foot long. You know, they look pretty good. We got a little bit of a stick that was coming out right here, so a little bit of bark intrusion on that. And a lot of these 2x4s look really good. these right here. After I get those others banded up, I gotta stack these on there. They got some pretty decent sized knots on them. Okay, more than likely those will end up getting graded off as off grade or farm grade or something like that. I'm not really going to sell that stuff as like a #1 type of stuff. Then as you can see, we got a pretty decent pile of flitches we got to burn through. Alright, so as you can see, we ended up cutting up them 4 logs, and it took us 43 minutes to cut them 4 logs and get them out of the way. The amount of lumber we ended up getting on it varied. It could have been a lot better if the diameter of the logs were bigger and there wasn't quite as many limbs or knots on them. However, what we're dealing with is Virginia pine. It has a lot of knots. It's a thin barked wood, and it's almost like a spruce or something similar to that. So with that said, do me a favor, hit that like if you haven't already, and subscribe if you aren't already, and we'll see you on the next video. God bless.